Okay, for today's PD Slam, I'm going to show you the new screen recording tool that Apple has released with iOS 11. So in order to turn this on, I just have to do this once in my settings. So I'm just going to go into settings, and I'm going to go into my control center. Remember, your control center is what what comes up when you swipe up from the bottom. And I'm just going to do customize controls. And then down here toward the bottom, it says screen recording. Now, all of these things are things that can be added to your control center if you'd like. So I'm just going to tap the green plus next to screen recording, and now you can see it is underneath my include in my control center. So that's all I need to do for that. And then when I swipe up and bring up my control center, this right here is actually my screen recording button. So I'm going to tap that. I'm going to hold it down. The first thing I need to do the first time is I'm going to actually turn my microphone on. So you can see that my microphone audio is now on. I can actually start my recording from here, or on a normal day, if I was just swiping up, I can go to that screen recording tool. I want to start my recording, and then you can see it gives me a little countdown until I know that it started recording my screen. So at this time, my iPad would be recording my screen. So if you have your students maybe walk through a multiplication problem or a math problem or something like that. I know some teachers like their students to walk through that on video using the whiteboard and talking them through it. This would be a great tool for that. So you'd be able to do that. And then when I go back and stop my screen recording, it's actually going to go into my photos. So in order to stop, I would just go back and tap that screen record button again. And it just drops that video right into my folder of my photos. So you can see down here, and I would actually be able to edit that if I want to make it smaller or cut some parts out, then I could do that as well. So I'd actually be able to edit that. Make this bigger again. So that's a really cool tool. So if you have the kids screen record their iPad, maybe something they're doing, whether they're using the whiteboard or really anything. I mean, there can be a lot of creative ways to use this. You could then have them just attach it in eBackpack from their videos, or upload it to Google Drive and share it with you. Lots of things that they can do because they can do it just like a regular photo or video. Now keep in mind that it would have to be smaller than 50 megabytes, so make sure that they're not doing incredibly large videos, doing like 10 multiplication problems or something like that. But a short little video should not take up very much room, and you should be able to upload that to eBackpack. So that's just an option. Another thing that I wanted to show you that Apple has added, if I go into my camera down here, you can actually see that they have now added the ability for the camera to scan QR codes. So instead of having that QR code reader app, we no longer need that with the new iOS. So they can actually just open up their camera like they were taking a picture and then use it on their QR codes. So that's an option. It'll kind of take out some of that extra work, I guess, of downloading the QR code and all of that. So just simply open up their camera, scan it, and there it goes. So those are two features that I think will be really helpful in the classroom. So that is screen recording and the QR codes directly in the camera. So that is today's PD Slam.